I do agree with a lot with the panel saying. I think it's a little tougher for NoTechies to be set up around the map and be able to pretty much just be able to counteract these pushes that are come along. Because I look at this draft from EXTREMUM, it's extremely mobile. You have your Void Spirit, your Earth Spirit, who are going to be moving around, dictating the pace. Coddle's going to be bringing one of the other two cores around. And I feel like that's where NoTechies might suffer. Because the Timbersaw needs to be in position to defend these towers. Earthshaker and Witch Doctor need to be in position to defend those towers. So if they set up somewhere and EXTREMUM just switches the position of where they're pushing, it might be a bit hard for this immobile draft to actually swing and find those fights. Because they need to catch these fights early on to come out in a good stage in that early mid-game.
Oh, let's see. See what happens early on here.
Yeah,
I mean, do you feel that in terms of how good of a game it is for the Timbersaw, is it good or bad? Because this Timber was picked relatively early, right? Do you feel EXTREMUM did enough to sort of respond to that?
I do, yeah. They have triple silences.
Yeah,
I think the three up. They literally saw Timber. They picked 3 heroes with silences, or like silence / disable. Right, Void Spirit. He'll build to that silence later on with his Ags. But his toolkit, it's all burst. Right, you have this Death Prophet burst, Void Spirit burst / control, and Earth Spirit burst and control. So I think they did satisfy the ways to take out the Timbersaw and make Nefrit have a bit of a better game. Because it can definitely be tough for this Bristol. If Nefrit makes too many mistakes, it's not just the Timber he's playing versus either. He gets hit by a Maledict, and he's very likely to just die in these fights if the Timber's in the right positioning. So there's a lot of push and pull that both drafts do have, and I think this is going to be a fun game. I really do.
Oh, we'll see if we get any early edges in these side lanes. I mean, the mid lane. So probably going to be pretty even, I imagine, between these two. I don't think we're going to necessarily see anything crazy happen unless we get some sort of rotation from these 4s.
All right, Owen. So me and Kyle last night decided to play a pub. You know,
what did you do?
Bad, especially for Kyle. And you know who we queued into?
Who did you get?
We got our man Ergon in the mid lane.
Oh, did you? You were playing? Oh, did Kyle go mid against him?
No. We were with Ergon. Ergon was on our team.
Oh, you were with Ergon. Oh,
he
nice.
carried the shit out of us, by the way. That guy is a beast Ember. And look at mid.
Oh, and here we go, Ergon. He's going to have it. First blood for Ergon. Oh, what was he playing in the game? What was he playing?
He was playing Ember, and me and Kyle were both like, holy crap, they need to pick this guy, the Spirits. He was like, out of control how aggressive he was playing. So I'd like to just transition into this perfectly. Gets a kill. He's playing Storm Spirit. Very active hero, and this is obviously a pub, but after watching that and watching some of his games just individually, very aggressive player, likes when he gets a lead. Yeah, he owned.
Who was he? What was he against mid? What was Ergon playing mid?
I got it.
Oh yeah, I guess you don't even remember. It was sort of just dumpstered that bad.
He destroyed this game like completely.
It was one of those games where you look at the enemy team, you're like, wait, hang on, which one was the mid? You know.
It was like a full high rank Immortal game.
Really?
Pretty cool.
Oh,
but anyway.
Ergon.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he can, as you say, pull that caliber of play out here in the competitive.
It's good that he can make these aggressive plays because he has a shaker. Like, look at Zayats. Zayats being so annoying because he's just able to leave Malik top because Malik is versus this lane that can't punish him.
Yeah, he's fine.
So Shaker's got free movement to punish these lanes and to try to set up and slow down the mid lane. Actually, speaking of lanes and being slowed down, look at Shoshlo. Holy heck, what's happened bottom? He has 4 last hits on DP.
Oh, he's got 5 now.
Oh, he's got 5 now, sorry.
Yeah, come on. 5 last
but
hits, thank you very much.
He's got no boots.
Mid.
Boots.
Have they got him here? TPs are coming over.
Oh, he's so skinny.
Oh, he isn't he? The Fisher didn't quite trap him down.
But that's a TP rotation. Chu had to move, so now bottom, Shoshlo, more vulnerable.
Yeah, good luck, Shoshlo, now against, you know, the 2 of them on your own.
No boots? Yeah, no boots, and there's boots on the Jug. It's a level 3 Jug now. If he steps up too far, he's just dead. He gets hit by a cask. Mid, though, Ergon. We'll be okay.
He hasn't got any regen, though, so just going to have to be a little cautious. We're in spawning in 15. We'll see if there's going to be any attempt to keep that safe. Zayats is here, but of course the Spirit as well. Still watching and trying to stop Ergon from getting that opportunity.
He's giving Zayats the bottle. Zayats has boots, and he's going to contest Chu for the rune.
Ah, but it's top for them. They ain't going to get it. EXTREMUM, easy rune hit.
Attempt, though. Smart little play there, because Ergon's not healthy enough to go for it, but Zayats is healthy enough to tank spells and walk in. I like that little pass-off. Small things, but shows their thinking nice and, well, early for me. Nice and early in the day for their start of the games.
But I mean, it's so down bottom. How much of an issue is this going to be? Hey, they might get a kill though.
They might get Shashlo back though.
They definitely will with the Maledict on him and spin up.
Yep.
I mean, sure, you'll lose the Witch Doctor, but Crystallize he'll take that trade. Bit of solo XP, a solo kill, and back to free farming for the Jug.
Yep, and Witch Doctor TP's back down with phase boots, and now you're even more threatening versus this Death Prophet. Yeah, this is going to be
really
a concern. Problematic, I do feel.
Because
I think this Death Prophet brings a lot of the draft together, where they really lack the team fight in order to be all brought together with their current draft. They have control, but they don't have the damage, really. If Death Prophet's shut down too hard, I'm going to be a little hesitant for their damage, especially to deal with Timbersaw. I think this is the Timbersaw damage. Otherwise, they won't have it. So definitely quite a concern there. We see Zayats invading, getting some wards down to be able to watch the stacks that he knows G is going to be preparing. NoTechies doing a good job so far.
I mean, yeah, how does Shashta get back into a game like this as a Death Prophet? Like
you have to play very careful.
So vulnerable.
He has to get his boots. He really has to just get the boots and just play pretty far back from now and has to just play very defensively around when the Earth Spirit is near him. If he plays up at all when Chu leaves, he's just food. And he cannot give too many kills to this team. If he gets this Jug a good start, I think EXTREMUM's draft is just never going to get to actually play its game. They might just have too much trouble setting up because this Bristle, he's not having as good of a time as I think he wanted to. Up top, 28 last hits to 33 of a solo Timber for the most part.
And as you say, Timber, it's going to cause him issues this game.
He is. Hey, this Malik is level 6 already up here. Aragon, they can actually, if the lane's pushed up too far and Nefrit is actually like near the tower,
bottom,
they can kill him with TPs as bottom. Raindrop might actually be able to save him.
Oh, I think this tick's going to kill him, isn't it? Oh, it's close. It's close. Over towards the mid. They make the move in onto Aegon, but not quite having the damage and control to take him down. But yeah, still, even if they're not killing him on that bottom lane, that's the long old walk back to base that Shashlo's having to take.
Nefrit will be starting to farm up these stacks, but they have wards down. As I was saying, Zayats, he went in here, started placing them, so Malik, he'll try to contest. He might be able to take all the big... No, Nefrit gets 3.
Oh, you're right, only getting the 1 there. I was still able to take a cut of the XP.
Yep. Anything you can do to slow down Bristles is the dream. That hero's all about snowballing, really. I want to see Urgon play a little more active now. Whenever you see this happening, you know Bristle's jungling, doing stacks and stuff, and they're giving 5 position that top lane. You want to start making these aggressive moves. Maybe start moving the Jug even potentially toward top to start pushing this tower when he sees an opportunity. Right now it's still fine because they see Shashlo and they can kill him, but he should be ready to move soon as the cask. Maledict.
He's got the Omni Slash.
Uh-oh.
How come he didn't want to go for the Omni Slash there? Was he worried about it bouncing to the small camps, do you think?
I guess he must have been it.
Because that was a Maledict. He was a little away.
Yeah.
But it
sure, actually.
I don't know. Maybe it was because honestly, if it did bounce the once, then it kind of, it's a long cooldown. You missed a kill opportunity.
There was no... I mean, the small camp was cleared, so...
No, there was a couple left in the small camp, wasn't there?
Maybe. Maybe there was. I don't know. He got silenced initially. I think maybe it's because the silence tripped him up. I don't know. Either way, he backs away. Bristol will continue to farm stacks. Malik will start to pressure top tower. But yeah, I want to see Aragon. I want to see what he does with his moves here. Because you know what they're doing right now. You know Bristol's maximizing. You know Coddle is just sitting top soaking experience. So it's your choice what you want to do with the game. Do you want to just farm, or do you want to actually set up and kill or slow any of these heroes down? As while he's farming, he is getting set up on a little bit.
So we get a free courier there from Chu. And
it's casks.
Perfect cast of Maledict. That's going to be a lot of damage. Is he... What level's the Maledict at the moment? Level 2. He's probably going to be fine.
He should just be fine.
He should be fine. It's going to bring him very low. He's going to have to... I guess he's got the full bottle, so he'll be able to stay on the map. It'll be a lot of damage, but I don't think level 2 Maledict will quite kill him there.
Looking at top, though, G looking like he might die. There's a Chakram up, Arcane Boots, 19 stack reactive fissure. Yeah, that looks good. Troublesome position for the Coddle. G is actually so farmed. I mean, I know it happens from like your stacks and whatnot, and he's been giving the lane a lot, but 30 last hits on Coddle. He's above the Death Prophet. He's only 600 behind Bristle. He's very farmed on this Coddle. And he's going to give a lot of gold if he does go down here to Malik. And there it is. Nice golden experience. Malik starting to get threatened by the Goose.
And they've got... Oh, Malik.
Ooh.
He's still alive, but he will get taken out there by Mello, being able to sweep around. Give some safety over the Bristle down bottom.
Now the Omni. Crystallize will be okay, and that's an Exorcism forced, but Exorcism right next to a tower, so this will be nice for Shashlo to catch back up.
What did we didn't quite catch it. What did the Omni actually come out on? Was it just between the two of them? So
yeah,
so I'm seeing them both pretty much full HP.
He had Siphon. Yeah, he had Siphon. It literally just bounced between and he had Siphon going, so it didn't do much of anything. Mello
moves, yeah, Mello. He's getting very mobile now from that top lane swing around, now down to bottom. Some nice moves here from Mello.
I feel like NoTechies is kind of just giving them these opportunities, though, when they just back up to the jungle all the time.
Oh, they could get solo. He's in a whole lot of trouble. I mean, Airgon is here. Can Airgon do that much to turn this around? He's going to get taunted into the silence. Airgon's got to get out of it. There'll be a buyback from Solo. Chew and Mello, they're very low. Chew will end up popping. But Mello and Shashlo, they can get themselves out of here. No problem.
It was a little bit scary there for Airgon. He almost does die. Malik, he made his way toward the mid lane, so he couldn't actually help out bottom. And he's looking to just actually pressure these towers. So that's decent. And bottom didn't actually take too much damage. You know, that wasn't Exorcism, but it did only 151 damage on tower. Recall's coming out. This is that speed that we're talking about from EXTREMUM. Solo. Getting set up on.
Yeah, they're going to be able to find some very nice setups across the map with this Keep of the Light play.
That's the one concern I do have for NoTechies. They're still farming really well on most of their cores. And
did he want to die to the neutrals?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe he did. I mean, he was entirely out of mana and HP, so I'm sure he'll tell you it was intentional.
There's two neutral items there. What if G runs over and steals them?
Oh, there's no way. I mean, imagine if he does.
Oh, he sent his courier.
Is G gonna get it? Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a good job he did. Otherwise, G would have found them.
Stolen.
And there was a good one. What was it? It was a Faded Brooch and a Possessed Mask. Definitely two of the better tier 1 items there.
That could have been scary. Yeah. But yeah, EXTREMUM kicking up the pace a bit here. NoTechies have to try to match this momentum. Have to set up the Timber Saw when those tower pushes start going. Same thing for Zayats and Witch Doctor. They all have to be in the right positioning at the right time. EXTREMUM has a much easier time swinging around and setting up all these pushes with this Coddle, with these very mobile heroes. Malik, chain off the mark, but he should be fine. And Mello takes the whole bottom tower as a Void Spirit. That's real nice.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And that's definitely going to be something. I mean, EXTREMUM, they have at least got these tower takes the depth. We'll say it again as Airgon indeed. I mean, look, look, it was the last bit of mana. You don't think he wanted to die there? Because he was out of mana and HP. Let's see the reaction. Okay, no, he did not want to die there. But I mean, he was having a bit of smile because it's one of those things, right? Like, what else did he expect, right? It's like, oh no, I died to neutrals, but I clearly was going to die to neutrals. Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
It does, you know. Storm is one of those heroes because you want to stick around to use that last 80 bit of mana for another remnant for efficiency, and then suddenly it creeps, taking you out.
I mean, you know, yeah. I can't do this, actually. I love GH too much. But we had GH shackle creeps and stuff the other day. You know, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
That's Dota. As Ergon forced to back away, Melojul is being a real nuisance.
He is 3-1
real thorn in their side.
He's not dying to neutrals.
No, he's not. And he's going to have a pretty good timing on his Ag Scepter, which is really valuable this game versus Timber, Storm, and Jug. As mid, Shashlo setting up the push. Oh, Ergon's here, though, with Zayat.
Yeah, they'll be able to get in onto Chew. Let's see, Mello bursting Zayat's down low, but not quite enough to finish off the kill. Crystallize ready in the trees with an Omni Slash if EXTREMUM move it anymore, but they won't.
They set up quick this time. This time, NoTechies was very prepared for this push coming in. All 5 of them going there, getting themselves a kill. Exorcism forced and pushed back away from the tower. Pretty decent stuff. As they get the back up farm, Crystallize gets to finish up his Maelstrom, and then he really needs to get that Manta. We see the silences already adding up with the Earth Spirit and Death Prophet, and Mello will have very early Ag, so they have to itemize versus it.
Nice, yeah, gone. He's nearly got that Orchid, then we'll definitely start to see him get a bit more active across the map. Just wants to get that first item done.
He's got to focus like the Coddle and Earth Spirits mostly. If he can find Death Prophet out of position, that would be nice too. But you know, he's already countered by Void Spirit. Merodul already has his Yule, so he's got a way at least to play around it. But Ergon can do a lot of damage here. As long as he plays the back lines of the fights. Just like I think it was Brian who was saying at the end there, on the panel they were talking about, that's why the Storm was picked up, right? Is to go for those back lines, ignore the Bristle.
No, but you're right though. Not only going to be able to save himself, Mellow with the Yules. That catch is going to be pretty nasty for Aragon. The Yules into Remnant.
Yeah.
It's going to stop him from being able to zip away every time. Finds himself a regen route.
Very nice.
Oh no! He lost his courier though. Mellow got it. That's no Orchid. He's just lost his Orchid.
No.
He's lost it. How long? 2 minutes. That hurts, right? A 2 minute slowdown.
Really painful.
To the point where, do you even just buy a new recipe? I feel like your game is kind of over, right? 2 minute slowdown on an Orchid that was already not a, you know, some sort of.
He's gonna die here too.
Oh no! This is really bad for Aragon. Oh, okay, he'll live. Or will he?
Okay, he'll survive.
He doesn't even live and he's used the TP as well. Oh no! He's not having a good day today. You talked him up, Fog, but now he's dying to neutrals. He's losing his Orchid on the courier, and now he's dead without a TP. He's having a tough one now.
The disaster. Disaster. They just get, look at all the space on the map. The Storm Spirit's dead. Everyone just farmed. Yeah. No one's under pressure. This is... Okay, well, EXTREMUM get handed a bit of freedom.
I mean, that just hurts. That 2 minute slowdown on an Orchid. You know, it's already this item that as I say, it was coming at a time where it wasn't really going to change things when it comes to kill Mellow, but maybe you get the other heroes. Now you give them the 2 more minutes to get that extra level, that extra little item, and suddenly it's going to be very hard for him to get the kills on the back lines.
And it gives him 2 more minutes to just farm up all these next items. They'll choose then close to a Vessel.
Yeah.
They're setting up now for bottom for Mellow Jewel. Instant silence from the Earth Spirit, and they don't have an Orchid of their own to even get the initial silence to try to get the catch.
That's tough.
It's very tough. Zayats is still quite a ways from the Blink Dagger, 600 more gold, and he's just always watched. These deep wards that EXTREMUM have placed have been keeping tabs of him as Crystallized, forced to TP out. The recall just from G is forcing that pressure, and then he can just TP mid and recall again if he needs to move the Bristle. Malik, standing on top of the Coddle, thinking about going for it here. He has teammates near. Here comes that recall though. And they still have this ward on Aragon, the one that got him killed before, and got his courier. Oh no, Aragon.
You're right, yeah. Because I was looking at the time, I was like, hang on, this is the same ward, bro. They didn't...
It is the same ward.
Put it out, it's the same ward, yeah? Well, at least he's dead, but he's got the Orchid back. The courier's back alive. He's going to go for the TP out, and he will make it away. So Malik's fine. Ghosts are out. We'll see if Shashler's able to get any objectives with this. But
he also has a Yules now too. They've got like everyone covered now versus the Orchid that just comes out when he's respawning. Oh my god, that's so brutal for them. They had a good shot in this one too, and they'll be able to take these mid game fights. Now they have to be hopeful for some big echo slams to come back in. It's going to be a lot harder for them now with a full Reaver on Nephrit. Like,
oh man,
it's a lot tankier now
that's
to deal with.
Tanky boy, yeah.
And the thing is, like, you have Orchid now on your Storm, right? But now look at the supports. Sure, you can still maybe catch the Earth Spirit. He's a bit tanky, but Coddle's got Glimmer. Coddle's got an Ogre Club. They already have everything to deal with this Storm Spirit at this point.
It just feels like an impossible game for the Storm. Like, I know it's early days. They're only down 4K, but this is, you know, Eragon's sort of living the Storm Spirit nightmare right now.
It's the nightmare.
So hard for him to make plays at this stage. He's got Grove Bow though. Hey, that's nice. That's a good one. There we go. A little bit of fortune in the jungle there.
Needs all he can get right now at this point. That's the Aghanims done for Mellow Jewel. Aghanims and I believe a Nether Shawl as well. So not only the double silence, but absurd burst damage that's going to be coming from this Void Spirit versus a fairly squishy lineup. It's just the Timber Saw who's the tanky one. And they have ways to go through that tankiness in a moment when the Vessel's done. And just with their natural damage from Death Prophet. As Zayat's Blink reveal.
Hey, they're in onto Chew. They got him with the grab. Chew. He's able to get the Magnetize off. The silence is out. Eragon's going to go down. They may have got Chew. And they lose the Storm for it. They're going to lose Zeiss as well. Dropping the Echo Slam to no avail. Does nothing at all. There is EXTREMUM more than happy to keep chasing. They're trying to find Malik. G's coming in from the side. Malik, of course, a little bit of a tanky target to go on with the Eternal Shroud. But they're still going to do it their best shot here. Jumping in with the silence. They got Solo dropping down the default, but the silence comes out into a huge blast. They're just taking them down one by one here. 4 dead on NoTechies. Only Solo left alive. It really does feel like that this game is getting into the extremely difficult territories already for NoTechies.
Absolutely. We see the Storm. They get a jump, but it's so far away from everyone. Ergon has to use majority of his mana, and then he just dies in a combo. The Ags on the Void Spirit comes out pretty much when the Storm gets an Orchid. He's a solid 3,000, 2,500 gold ahead of him, and because of that, he just has amazing threat potential on everybody. What? 3 sets of spells out from the Void Spirit, while the Storm only gets 1 set of spells. 1 Remnant, 1 Pull. Yeah, this is looking very difficult for Ergon to recover.
Yeah. And just, yeah, I mean, Nefrit. He's so tanky.
He's got a heart.
He's got, yeah, 20-minute heart. I mean, are you a fan of this, but the full strength build, like Treads, Sanj, Heart, you know, the maximum HP build, really, here at 19 minutes.
When you're playing versus the Whirling Death, which can be a bit annoying for your stat percent, but you're versus Maledict, so Heart has so much value. You just regen right through that Maledict even if it's on you. So I think it's fine, especially when he's playing versus, it's limited damage at this point. Sure, they have the counters for him, but even if it is the counters, it's limited because of this pickup. And now Roche, full map control and full ward coverage. Honestly, the wards from EXTREMUM have been unbelievable.
Well, they're still there.
Never seem to have countered them.
That ward that got Aegon killed twice in their jungle on the cliff, I felt like, you know, this one's not really a very sneaky ward, right? It's been there for the full duration.
Full duration. Now Malik also under ward coverage.
He's very, very dead.
Melo's gonna go for another maybe too. Okay, he doesn't have an Astral. They saw Solo walking up because they have ward coverage in this area too. Just EXTREMUM well and prepared for this battle. NoTechies have crumbled under the pressure in the last... I mean, it kicked off quickly in the last 6-7 minutes. It feels like they just completely crumbled out of control.
Well, it all went downhill after he died to the neutrals. That was he died to the he died to the neutrals. He got pretty much 5-man tipped by EXTREMUM, and then everything just started going downhill. As EXTREMUM, yeah, very, very far ahead now. 11k lead. That number just keeps growing at quite a scary rate here for NoTechies. There's Nefrit.
Dude,
I mean, he's halfway onto the BKB after all of this. I mean, I feel like this is a game where probably he might not even need the BKB because he's just that big. He could go for something else. Maybe just
smart coverage though. That's the only thing that can kill him is like the Timbersaw spell. So this is the safest possible play. Very safe though. As Crystallize won't be able to get out of this one, as also Witch Doctor goes down, and yeah, I feel bad. I feel like I cursed Ergon.
I think you did curse Ergon. Right? Like, what the hell hey, this guy, they carried us, and they called it. I mean, it's over, dude. It's over. They know. I mean, Ergon just had such a rough time. Bless him. This was a rough game for him. Nothing really worked out for him, and once that sort of happened to your Storm,